Hello, so this is me in Biggleswade with some of the stuff that I've put together ready to take to India. So I thought I'd just go through it so you know what I'm taking with me. So first off, what most people think about is all the medical stuff. So I did go to the Hitchin Travel Clinic and have quite a lot of vaccinations. It was over sort of 3 sessions, had all sorts of interesting things, including rabies and Japanese encephalitis and that kind of stuff. But as well as all that, they managed to sell me some other stuff as well. So we got the mosquito repellent, 50% DEET, and it actually smells quite nice because it's got lime oil in it as well. The advice was don't mess about with mosquitoes. The worst thing that can happen to you is dengue fever, where I'm going, which is not nice. So just don't get bitten, seems to be the advice. So I took that on board. And this is probably the thing that everyone thinks about. This is basically the diarrhea kit. So in here you get the lost fluid replacement stuff. So basically it's like Diarrhelite with salts and sugars. You've also got basically stuff to bung you up if you've got really bad diarrhea. But the clever bit was there's antibiotics in there. There's actually erythromycin as well, which they're allowed to give you as their proper nurses there. So the idea is if you're sick for more than like a day or two, then you can take the antibiotics and hopefully that clears up anything nasty. So that's all the kind of medical stuff. Apart from, I've also ordered a fresh batch of these. So these are basically multivitamins, but they've got probiotics in as well. So I have used these before when I went to the Middle East a few years ago. And basically one of these every other day, it keeps nice friendly bacteria in your gut. So hopefully you're not going to be too sick. So that's the medical stuff. What else have we got? Oh, mosquito net. So yeah, that obviously goes with the spray as well. So great big double-sized mosquito net. You can have it hang above your bed. Hopefully mosquitoes won't get in. I'm not quite sure what happens when you get up and go to the toilet. Never mind. What else have we got? Travel plugs. So a couple of UK to Indian sockets. So hopefully they will be useful. My parents gave me a money belt. I think they're worried that I'll get mugged, so put my money in there. Talking of money, this was something that Yvonne Dent put me onto. This is the Revolut card, which is rather clever. It's effectively a charge card. So the idea is that you load money up on here. So if it does get lost or stolen, it's not the end of the world. But on my mobile, I can cancel this card. I can disable the magnetic strip. I can top it up. And if I need to get cash out, I can get cash at the standard international exchange rate. So basically there's no big fees with this. So that's absolutely brilliant. And you can get a virtual card as well that just lives purely on your phone for online transactions or for contactless transactions using your phone. So that's brilliant. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. Last couple of things. Years ago, I remember watching Michael Palin do Around the World in 80 Days. And one of the things he said he wished he'd taken with him were sink plugs, because in the less posh accommodation, the sink plugs go missing. So you can't have a good wash of your hands or your face or anything. So I bought a set of assorted sink plugs off Amazon, nice and cheap. And the final thing is I bought myself a new tablet. It's an Amazon Fire. It's got a rather funky case on it, which I thought had a kind of an India vibe about it. Why do I need a new tablet? I've got 2 iPads already. The interesting thing I found is that a lot of apps for learning Gujarati or particularly Indian Sign Language, you can't get them on Apple iOS devices. And that's mainly because there's very little Apple devices in India. They mostly use Android. So I've got myself a nice cheap and cheerful-ish Amazon Fire 8. It runs Android. I've managed to put the Google Play Store on here as well. So I've now basically got all of the apps that I need for India. So Gujarati dictionaries, sign language, stuff like that. So that's the first lot of stuff. There is some more stuff coming in a couple of days. So I'll give you an update then. Bye for now.